Good morning. It's the last day of our Provincetown vacation. Hope you come along with us. Hi, I'm Carol, and you're watching CAROL-WDWAO. We've had a fabulous vacation here. The weather has just been perfect, not too hot, not too cold, just wonderful temperatures, sunshine every day. Just couldn't ask for better weather. Not a heck of a lot of plans because, you know, you go with the flow here in Provincetown and Cape Cod. We're going down to the house breakfast again, which is muffins. They have some Jimmy Dean biscuits, sausage biscuits that you can heat up in the microwave, and some fruit, orange juice, coffee, things like that. Nothing spectacular. Then I think Fran and I are going to walk into town, do a little shopping at the far end of town that we really haven't explored too much, while Carla and Deb go to visit some friends. Then we're going to head to the beach again, and the dilemma is, which beach do we go to? Race Point, Herring Cove, Race Point. We saw seals, there was a lot more birds, things to see. Farther walk to get down to the actual beach, pretty steep hill. Herring Cove, more rocks, less activity going on as far as wildlife and things like that. That will be our huge decision. The tide is going out here. I haven't really walked along this beach at all. Depending on when we get back from town, I might take a walk out this beach, which doesn't look like much of a beach now, but when it gets out past that rock over there, and you're going to find more shells and things on this beach. Then we are going to dinner at the Mews at the Waterford Inn. Has a nice little patio, dog friendly, for our last night of dinner together. I know, this isn't the most exciting trip, but if you've never been to the Cape, hopefully I'm giving you some insights on some restaurants, some tips. Really the main problem here in Provincetown is parking. Once you find a place to park your car, you really don't want to move it a lot. And the strip is, I don't know, 2.5 miles from end to end maybe. It doesn't seem like that long, but they're uneven sidewalks, there's cobblestone bricks, and it just feels a lot longer when you're walking. And there's a couple of big hills there. And so to go from one end to the other constantly just to get into town to grab lunch or go shopping. There are a few places that have parking, and so those places tend to fill up pretty quickly because you don't have to walk. You definitely have to drive to the beaches. It's something to keep in mind when you're planning this vacation is you walk almost as much as you walk at Disney, and you don't realize it. We're just sitting here lounging at the beach. Friends drinking a beer. Utica Club. Utica Club. Got to drink the hometown beer. And we've seen one seal so far. It's not really crowded. The noise you hear is the shimbumi over our heads, giving us a little bit of shade. There's a couple of boats close, so we think they may be looking for whales, although it doesn't look that close unless I zoom it out. Not a lot of people on the beach. It's a cool day. More people will come in the afternoon, I'm sure. But just a nice relaxing day in Provincetown. Now I don't know if you can see, let me zoom in here. We are at Race Point. You'll notice the total absence of rocks. I think there's more surf here. We picked this beach for our final day because, oh, right in front of me as I'm filming, look at, there's a seal that just popped its head because of the sighting of seals. And there were more birds here, more to keep Fran occupied with his binoculars. I have my book, so I'm happy anywhere. Just a nice relaxing day. If you'll notice, the peak activity is in September. That's where we are now. And even higher in October. But they have this nice little warning here. And they're hunting seals, and we've seen a lot of seals. So of course that brings the sharks in. They have signs again about currents and sharks and even digging holes. Some beach rules. Bye. And then they have this severe bleeding kit here, which makes me think they're very serious about sharks in the water. And here's a map orienting us where we are. So we are here at Race Point. Herring Cove is along here. We are staying about here. And then it's a long 60-mile drive. There is the main road here, 6, which is double-laned in most places, single-laned in some. And then 6A is your scenic route. So 6A picks up in Orleans. So I think we're going to go this way home to try and find a lobster place that looks like a shack but has really, really good lobster in it. So I think that's what we're going to attempt to do. Well, we had a nice pre-happy hour at Race Point. This will be our last trip to Race Point. That hill is way steeper than you think it is. Goodbye to the ocean there. We may walk along the bay side a little bit tomorrow morning before we leave, but this is probably our final view of the ocean. Best thing after a day at the beach is a nice cool shower, getting ready for cocktail hour on our little veranda out here. Our last cocktail hour of our trip before we get up in the morning and meander home. We have no rush to get home. We're in search of a great lobster roll on the way. We came straight out 6, which is sort of the highway. We'll get to Orleans or Orleans. I don't know how they pronounce it. I know it's a weird way. And then take 6A for a while to meander through the towns to see what they have to offer. Carla and Deb will be up in a few minutes with Henry and Billy, and we'll have a glass of wine before heading out to our last dinner at the Mews. Now the Mews is under construction, but they have a pop-up on a sidewalk in front of the Waterford Inn, which is a bed and breakfast type thing. So it'll be interesting to see how much of their menu has carried over. It's been known as one of the best restaurants in Cape Cod. Lobster Pot, Mews, Circo and Sal's, those are the top 3 that seem to come to people's mind. Now today, we were at the beach. The girls had found a lunch place yesterday called Cosmos to Go, and they swore by the lobster roll. Went and picked it up, and lo and behold, the girls were there. They brought it back to the beach for Fran and I to have lobster rolls on the beach. You can't get any better than that, right? They were good. A little smaller than Lobster Pot. I think a little less lobster in it, but more other flavors than lobster. The Lobster Pot was pretty much lobster. This had a citrusy taste. There were some greens in it, maybe some chopped celery. Very, very good. Our last night on the veranda. And there they are at the fire pit, just sitting and relaxing without me. I'm on my way and we're going to head to dinner. Hi, Henry. Hi, Henry. Oh, I'm happy to see you
Where's
too.
Billy? Well, Billy's happier now. We were saying when he came down, she's been like this,
Hi, Billy.
Shaking like a leaf until Fran showed up.
Showed up. What?
Well, I don't know if that's in outdoor seating.
What?
The inside, and there's a courtyard inside. This is really nice. We'll be able to see all the action going on down.
This is the wine.
Yeah, we can people watch.
I have the dinner list. Wow, vegan lemon pasta pesto.
We'll have some more time.
No, I think we're ready.
At the end, I will separate the checks.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
May I know?
Yes, you may. I would like the baked miso cod, please.
It's a nice choice.
I love your cod. The cod here has been just wonderful.
I would also like the cod. And could we have the garlic herb breadsticks, given your description of the butter, with the meal?
With meal?
Yes.
All right.
Francis?
That's a steak.
Oh, he's going for it.
Yep.
He's going
Doing
for
it good.
How would you like it cooked? Medium?
Medium.
Would you want the truffle or gorgonzola butter?
Truffle or gorgonzola?
Truffle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will also go. I don't want to influence people, but it's way better.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the gorgonzola can overpower sometimes.
The gorgonzola tastes like paper.
Oh, I like gorgonzola. I am going to start with the lobster dumplings and then the scallops.
Thank you and
Thank
cheers.
you, Summer.
Thank you.
First, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers last night.
Maybe it's not
Our last
See
night.
how your
Last
bourbon
night.
is. How's your margarita? You have been the connoisseur of these
It's got a
margaritas.
different taste.
It's a different tequila.
Probably what it is.
Let me see.
That's why I.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Now I'm really horny.
Oh God! Fortunately, you're down a little bit in your building. 308 is banging away there. And you're like, okay,
Oh, God.
I should probably have that going.
Kyla, could you repeat what you just said?
No.
Oh, I caught it.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
So sorry.
He doesn't mind, so I can show my chopstick prowess.
Very well done with the chopsticks. I usually have to stab and stick my face in the bowl. Well
Cheers.
done, you. How are the dumplings?
He was doing 40 miles an hour, that guy.
How are they, Carol?
They're really good.
Really
You can
good?
really taste that lemony, lemongrass,
What's in
little
the
bit of
dumpling?
heat. I think they're pork.
Pork.
They're not beef. I would have known if they were beef.
I thought they
But
were like lobster.
no, they're mushrooms.
How's it going with the bourbon?
Bourbon's good.
You doing okay, Billy?
What's phenomenal?
The presentation of this is outstanding.
Ribeye. Can't see hers.
Bok choy, basmati rice, looks like a little bit of asparagus,
Bok choy.
carrots, and a beautiful cod, and whatever the sauce is. Beautiful presentation.
And this
Those are huge
is
scallops.
scallops.
Yes, how your scallops look.
They look delicious.
The ones I've had.
Really?
Damn, that is outstanding. Best cod
Better than
ever.
ocean?
Oh, better than ocean.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I thought
Here.
the cod last night was amazing, too.
I thought the cod was
It
last night.
was.
I thought I was
Right, here.
freaking amazing.
You, Mr. Cod Man, here. Try some.
Yeah, let me try some.
Yeah, try the
All
cod.
that.
And share the breadsticks, too.
Yeah, isn't it good?
Want to swap?
Isn't it
Yeah,
like unbelievable?
I don't think she'll swap because she doesn't eat beef.
Yeah. That's really good.
Is it? What'd
Yes,
you think?
ma'am.
What'd you think of the meal?
First, I thought the service was wonderful. I like feeling like a queen if someone's going to serve you the best of the best and they tell you all about the menu and any specials. I really like that. The meal was very good. I would definitely eat it again. I would say I couldn't distinguish the truffle sauce on top, so I'm not sure. I can't even comment on that. But the bok choy, they crushed it. I loved the bok choy. Didn't you like the bok choy?
Loved it.
So-
Asparagus and carrots.
Where would
Really
you
good.
rate this in the scheme of restaurants we've been at?
I would say this is probably
Is that it too?
tied for number 2.
Okay.
I can't complain about any of the food.
And your number 1 was?
Number 1 is tied between Ocean and Max.
Okay.
And they were the equivalent in my view.
Very interesting.
Carla?
I thought this meal was outstanding. I really did appreciate the truffle flavoring on the base of the cod, which was cooked to perfection. As Deb said, the bok choy, I never had a blob of bok choy like that, was really good with the asparagus and carrots. They didn't have a lot of seasoning on it, which made it nice because you could blend it with the fish and you felt like you got a little bit of that flavoring to carry over.
Yeah.
Basmati rice, again, nothing on top of it. So I would say the other parts were bland because the cod and the sauce combined with it really added to it without overpowering it. So for me, that was probably one of the best cods, but I can't complain. There's been no meal here that I did not like. And it's really hard to stack rank, you know, your top 8 when they're all number 1s.
Yep.
Oh, well said, Carla.
So I'm like, I can't say it, but I'd say this was really great.
And Francis, steak was steak?
No, steak was a steak. The ribeye was excellent. It wasn't huge. It was lean, very, very tender. The whole thing was tender. It was phenomenal.
You were drooling the whole time on it.
I didn't have to, like, you know, I was like pretty much, you know, it just fell right apart. The potato wedges were, I don't know if we call them potato wedges or not.
Yeah, they are.
They were phenomenal. You know, a couple of asparagus there, and it was a great meal. I guess I can't complain about the price. You know, it was really great. You know, the cab's good, margarita was really good. It's definitely a keeper.
What was your best meal of the vacation?
My best meal was the cod last night.
That's Fish House.
At Max Fish House?
And Max, that cod was phenomenal.
So good.
It was great. You know,
God, man.
God,
it,
man.
it was reasonable.
Yes, it was.
Scallops. How were they?
Dear, leave me alone.
I had the dumplings, and it was more of a soup with dumplings in it, almost like a wonton soup, but they were lemongrass. Little spice to the broth, but the dumplings were delicious. You really tasted that lemongrass flavor to it. Then the scallops were huge, and they were tender and sweet, not fishy at all. The potatoes were actually a mashed potato cauliflower mix, but what I really liked about this restaurant is I don't feel like I need to drink a gallon of water because it was so over salted. Now obviously we're eating seafood, so that's gonna have some salt base to it, but some of the restaurants, like last night's restaurant, I just felt was like, I didn't taste the fish. It was just over seasoned to the point with the topping on it looked very pretty, but I went home and probably drank a gallon of water last night. I don't think I'm going to do that with this meal. What?
May I say something?
You may say something.
Yeah, but you didn't know what you were going to get with the meal you had last night.
Right, that was, I didn't.
You didn't know that.
I thought it was just going to be a monkfish.
That's right.
Like a broiled monkfish. This was like a fried.
I'm just wondering what you think about this conversation.
No, I'm interested to hear the
you
two
didn't know what
answers.
you didn't read the menu. So
I didn't, because I was
That's
so
right.
excited to see monkfish on it.
Monkfish, you didn't see
I
all the
thought
other
it was
stuff.
like a broiled, but it had like, I don't even know what the
All right, are you done bitching about last night?
I'm not.
bitching about it. I'm just comparing.
She is. She's bitching.
I am not.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying that
She's critiquing
that
various meals.
and now the lobster pot, the sautéed squid was not over seasoned, even though it was in a garlic pesto. But I've had several meals where I just feel like I've had so much salt in the food.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any data to support that?
Yeah, my blood pressure went up
To what?
to high numbers.
And we're going to watch that in the future, correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
But I
that's
think
good.
my blood pressure is going to be low after this meal.
Well, tomorrow morning you
Yeah.
will text us.
Yes,
about
I will.
that.
The beef was great.
Here, Carol,
After
still
it's done,
running.
Very, very tender.
They deserted me. They all went back to the resort. My last night here in Provincetown, I'm going to walk the street one more time, and then I'll be kicking myself when I walk back the other way, and it's so long. I love this fence. It feels so late. It's only 7:30. One more walk in the town. The east end of town is a lot of art galleries. Here's where we ate the first night. I've been coming here since I was a kid. And these two stores, the Penny Patch and Cabot's Candy, used to have the best penny candy in the world. Every time I come, I still have to come into here, even though they don't have the kind of candy they used to. It's still amazing. Oh, they've got milk chocolate, lobsters. And used to watch them make fudge right in the windows all the time. And of course the saltwater taffy that they're so famous for. This sort of replaces the penny candy. Ooh, interesting. Dark chocolate gummy bears. Ooh, a giant gummy shark. All the different kinds of fudges. Some things are just never the same when you go back. It looks like they still may make the fudge here. Or maybe it's just a display. Oh, now they have a 5-cent candy. Oh my God, I haven't seen these in years. And you just like break off the bottom of them. And it's like a liquid that you squirt in your mouth. I haven't seen these in years. Oh my God, and look at these. Milk chocolate Band-Aids. Love it. Local monument. I don't know if you can hear this sound of the waves hitting. It's just such a relaxing sound. We definitely slept very well here. There's Truro over there. Tide is coming up, I believe. Tide coming in or going? It's going down. Okay. Okay, so the tide is going out. Hopefully we'll get one more sunrise in the morning before we leave. Well, if you've enjoyed this vlog on our last nights of vacation, low-key day at the beach, fabulous dinner at the Mews, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. Hit the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. If you're not a member of our adult-only Facebook group and you're a Disney fan, please join us there. And last but not least, never grow up.